Hello, everyone. So we're back today, and we're going to be talking about Marvel.
Marvel today. There's lots of good stuff.
Yeah, lots of stuff. So we're going to talk about Comic-Con. We're going to talk about the Marvel panel at Comic-Con. More specifically... Wait, can you change your headphone or speaker, from your headphones to your computer, like portable? Because otherwise it gets a bit...
Oh, good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about Marvel's San Diego Comic-Con panel because it happened and it's huge. Probably sometime before this, I'll have me talking about some of the specifics, but we're going to kind of also try to jump into as much as possible with this panel. So let's just get right into it. And then we'll talk about, also at the end, we'll talk about Maverick and we'll talk about the box office. So the layout isn't really in any sort of order. It's just kind of like some of the main topics from the panel, and then we'll just kind of talk about it. So let's start with Thor 4. So we knew this was kind of knew this was coming before, right?
Like Hemsworth wanted to do Thor after Endgame.
And even after just a few days ago, we got a confirmation, of course, that Taika would be doing the fourth Thor movie. And so we were kind of expecting this. You weren't exactly on top of the world about it. I don't know if you are now, but I know you didn't like the idea of having Fat Thor again, because you didn't like Fat Thor.
Not a lot of people... No, a lot of people didn't like Fat Thor.
Yeah, I mean, I know a bunch of people who did love that kind of Thor, and because it kind of makes sense with the way he was.
Like, he was afraid of taking a leadership role, and he was depressed and all that, but, you have to make him fat? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't know. Now, to be honest, I don't think he will stay fat in this new movie.
Good.
Because, to be also perfectly honest, I don't know if it works as his character anymore. Because his character in Endgame made sense. He was depressed and done. But now he isn't depressed. So you would assume he wouldn't be, Fat Thor anymore.
Like, in Endgame, yeah, as you said, he was depressed and all that. And he was scared of, taking this leadership role. He was scared of being the how do you say it, is the forefront, the front line of the Avengers. Maybe now in this one he won't be scared of that anymore. Maybe he'll understand, taking this leadership role will prove to the world who I am really, and maybe he'll take it.
Yeah, and so we got yesterday, I guess, we got the official announcement of what the title and the logo for this movie is going to be. And of course, I kept texting you every logo as they came out. But it's going to be called Thor Love and Thunder. And it's going to star Jane Foster, Natalie Portman's Jane Foster, Tessa Thompson, who will be gay in the movie, as we kind of suspected before, but now they're confirming that. It'll also have Taika directing, Chris Hemsworth will also be starring, and Jane Foster will be the new Thor. And it will adapt Jason Aaron's The God of Thunder, The Mighty God of Thunder, something, whatever that run's called, of Thor. So what do you think about this all?
I don't know how to feel about this.
Do you want Jane to be Thor?
I kind of do.
What? Whoa. That's nuts. I actually was expecting you to say, no, I want my Hemsworth to stay Thor. Wait, so you're good with Jane Foster, if Natalie Portman's Jane Foster, if she decides to become Thor?
I kind of am.
Well, that's great. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who are kind of like, but she's so bad. I would really want.
There's a few people that aren't on board with this. You're for sure one of the people that are like 100 million% on board with it.
I'm on board with anything Marvel does. Okay, I don't care. At this point, it's just, are you gonna give it to me? Cool, I'm on board. But like,
are you on board with Marvel making a really bad Fantastic Four movie?
They won't make a bad one though. We will talk about Fantastic. I'm totally on board. I'm on board with anything they do. Now, Thor, of course, is going... What do you think the plot of this movie could be? Or what villains do you want to see in this movie?
Surtur from the start of Thor Ragnarok. He was like... That one part he had at the start of Thor Ragnarok was so awesome. Like,
and at the end.
It was really small in the beginning and the end. It was really small, but it was very, very awesome, and they need to show him more.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of people are kind of going on the more God Butcher, or like, because there's I'm pretty sure his name's like Gorg or something like that. I'm probably like right, but so he's this dude, right? And he's like a God Butcherer, and he basically, hence his name, butchers gods.
Wow.
So they kind of wanted a lot of people I'm seeing are saying they want to go that, like, they should go that route. Now, I haven't actually read Jason Aaron's Thor run. I never liked Thor in the comics, particularly. Mainly just, I don't know, I didn't like the way they wrote him, because it's like his words are all weird. So I've never actually read his run. I've heard a lot of great things about it, but I've never actually read it myself. But I do believe that there are a lot of different aspects of that run, of like characters that make that run really weird or special. And some of them are people like Surtur and Gorg, and even there's this other guy who was in the picture with Hela and Odin. But
you know who they should bring back for Love and Thunder?
Who?
Korg and Meek.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Awesome.
I mean, it's a no-brainer to bring them back, really.
Korg was the funniest in Thor Ragnarok.
You gotta bring New Master. New Master's gonna be the villain, I'm telling you right now.
New Master's... Oh my god. Maybe they'll finally reveal, like, who New Master 69 really is.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be the villain of this movie. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a huge reveal and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god.
Oh my god, it's been Loki the entire time.
No, Loki's dead. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be a huge reveal, it's gonna be like a huge plot point. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. But I'm honest, and even the logo, like, it's still taking from Ragnarok's kind of style, which is really good.
Ragnarok's logo was pretty cool.
And do you like the logo, the way this logo is?
Ragnarok or Love and Thunder?
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder's logo looks pretty good.
Now, does this make you more excited for the movie?
No, not really. I need to see images and all that, stills and footage.
Or for them to actually start shooting the movie. I mean, and we're getting this November of 2021. Like, that's nuts. All of Phase 4 is over the course of 2 years. Because everything they announced yesterday is the entirety of Phase 4.
How long was, Phase 3 and Phase 2?
Phase 3 itself, I believe Phase 3 spanned from Age of Ultron to... I don't remember. Phase 4 went from Civil War to Endgame, or to Far From Home.
So that's 3 years.
About, yeah. And tons of movies.
The Civil War, Doctor Strange,
or maybe
Infinity War.
Doctor Strange might have been the first one. Doctor Strange might be the first movie of Phase 4, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, let's see, I think...
Or not Phase 4, sorry, Phase 3. What am I talking about? Phase 4 is the one we're in now. Phase 3, sorry, yeah.
I think Civil War came out before Doctor Strange. From what I remember, Doctor Strange came out in, like, November, and Civil War came out in May or April.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. But honestly, it's actually amazing. Like,
Doctor Strange came out October 13th, and Captain America Civil War. Hey Siri, when did Captain America Civil War come out? That's May 6th, 2016. So yeah, Civil War came out first.
Yeah, I'm just checking what the Phase 3 was.
Speaking of Doctor Strange is getting a movie in Phase 4.
So let's kind of talk about that right now while I'm trying to figure out what what was the start of Phase 3. So Doctor Strange, we're getting the Doctor Strange sequel, which will, and I'm telling you it will, tie directly into the Vision and Scarlet Witch TV series. And Scarlet Witch is probably... So Civil War started Phase 3. And Far From Home ended it. So 2016 to 2019 was Phase 3.
When does Phase 4 starting? What's the next Marvel movie?
Black Widow.
That's coming out in a year.
About a year, yeah. But okay. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So let's just for a second here, actually talk about the fact that we're getting a multiverse movie with Doctor Strange, which will include Scarlet Witch, and which will be the first MCU horror movie.
Horror movie?
It's gonna be, yeah, so it's gonna be a horror movie, but it'll...
Like Venom horror or like Conjuring horror?
It'll be the closest thing to a horror movie without going into the R rating.
Oh, okay. So maybe like an Insidious horror.
It's gonna be it's not gonna be like the first Doctor Strange or anything else. It's like the villain is Nightmare, for example. Anyone named Nightmare, you can't make that lighthearted. Like, you're gonna have to make it scary.
Is this one gonna be like Venom scary or like...
No, because it will be scary. Venom wasn't scary. Venom was just funny.
And a few jump scares.
No, not really. Now, maybe it'll end with a motorcycle chase. I don't know.
No, and when, what's his name? Carlton Drake transformed into Riot, like, in a second.
Yeah. And then there was, like, a bunch of goo on the screen, and then it was over.
Yeah.
But, no, it's going to be an actually scary movie, which is exciting because and it makes sense. Nightmare, you can't be, like, lighthearted and funny. Not really. Which is good. Like, I mean, it's what we want. And even that logo is pretty scary, right? And it shows kind of scariness. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. And I think, okay, which one of those are you more excited for? Thor, Doctor Strange 2?
Actually, not for any of them.
Which one are you more excited for?
Blade.
Okay, no, but of those two, which one are you more excited for?
Strange. Doctor Strange.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I love Doctor Strange 1. I loved Ragnarok, so I'm just sitting here right now saying, more, please, more.
Yeah, the first Doctor Strange movie was solid. It was really good.
And I think it's going to be even better now because he'll know a bit more,
Yeah.
So I think that'll be good. Now, something you're excited for, and let's just kind of talk about this for a bit, is Blade. We're getting Blade.
But it's not my boy Wes Snipes. That's the bad part.
So
I get it, he's old, but like, you gotta bring back the OG. You have to bring back the man.
He had his time. He had a trilogy though. I made a video about kind of like everything, and I kind of addressed that too, which is like I was kind of said, like he's older, sure, but I think they could find a way to either soft reboot kind of his movies and say like, oh, he had a son, right, which could be Mahershala Ali's character, and you could kind of go like that, or you could have him come in as like another character and just kind of like completely separate yourself, but still have him involved in some way. Maybe even ask him if he wants to direct the movie.
Maybe. Like, Wesley Snipes is like the one person who knows all about these Blade movies.
I think they'll keep him in. I think they'll just kind of say, hey, either we're gonna make you like, maybe we'll make you like the main villain or something, right? Because, like, I mean, he would do a good. I think he could still be in the movie and still do well in the movie. I just don't think he'll be the main character. He could be a villain. He could be a side character, but I think they keep him in some way. But now, do you know what it means? Because Mahershala Ali, of course, the legend himself, is going to be Blade. Now, do you know what this means?
What does it mean?
It means that the Netflix Marvel shows aren't canon, or at least Luke Cage isn't. Because he was Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
So then what does that mean about the TV shows?
Well, no, it means that Luke Cage itself is not canon in the MCU, and Luke Cage, in that form, that Luke Cage does not exist in the MCU.
Oh, okay.
Now, we don't know if any of the other shows are canon or not. I feel like they're going to try to make sure all the Netflix shows aren't canon, and then they're going to reboot those shows on their own. And then they'll just say, like, that's the Luke Cage you've been hearing about. That's the Daredevil you've been hearing about, right? But it's pretty amazing. Like, and so Blade was the one thing nobody saw coming. All these movies we saw coming, Blade, nobody saw coming.
Nope.
They just kind of said, Blade. So die now because we've given you your Blade movie.
They better make this R-rated.
Yeah, so
one aspect that made like one of the many aspects that made the Wesley Snipes Blade movie so good was that it was R-rated. Make this one R-rated too.
I was talking to a bunch of people about this and just kind of seeing if they have what specific plans they have for this movie. And now the conclusion people have come to basically, and people who know what's going on inside, like behind the scenes and stuff, is basically they're gonna try to make this R-rated. And the only thing that might have like a roadblock is China. Because it depends on how China feels about letting an R-rated vampire movie in. Because because if they aren't gonna get it in China, then they're going to lose so much money, and then they'll kind of be like, okay, well, we got to think about this. Now, what I think
money comes from, right?
Yeah, exactly, and so they're going to have to see because they don't know what China's specific policy on like this movie would be, and so I think what they'll do is they'll make it R-rated, but they'll make a PG-13 version of the movie as well for China, kind of like what Deadpool 2 did, where it did Once Upon a Deadpool, so it could release in China, right? And I think they'll do something kind of like that because, to be perfectly honest with you, it doesn't make sense to not make Blade it doesn't make sense to not make Blade R-rated. Blade is supposed to be R-rated.
It is.
So I completely agree with you on that point, and I mean, I really do hope it's R-rated, and I think it will be, because it's like it wouldn't work otherwise. I don't think.
It's like how Deadpool wouldn't work if it was rated PG-13.
I still make the argument. I can still make the argument that Deadpool could be rated PG-13 and work, but I see like it's kind of like imagine if The Punisher was rated PG-13 or John Wick was rated PG-13, right? It's like
PG-13 John Wick doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. It's like kind of like that. It wouldn't work because the whole essence of the character is like vampires. You have to show blood. I think that's like I feel like the biggest thing is showing blood because you have to show blood because guess what vampires kind of do? They suck your blood. Like it's kind of the whole thing about vampires, right? So if you can't show blood, then what's the point of the movie, right?
Yeah.
And if you kill if a vampire kills someone, right, you have to see blood. It's kind of like important to the character. So it's like, but I mean, we're still getting blades, so,
That's pretty big.
I'm still trying to comprehend everything. It's like we're getting freaking Blade.
We're not complaining about getting Blade. We're very happy about this.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Shang-Chi for a bit, too.
What's Shang-Chi?
So, this is, every time someone says, who's Shang-Chi? This is what I like saying. So, you know how Jackie Chan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now imagine Jackie Chan is a superhero who can do martial arts, of course.
Oh, okay. Okay, if it's martial arts, it's instantly sick. Instantly, it's awesome.
Yeah, so it's martial art. It's basically just a guy a Chinese dude who does martial arts.
Like the Matrix martial arts, or
Jackie Chan martial arts. Like him in literally any movie where he's a spy or a dude like that.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, yeah, Shang-Chi already sounds awesome.
And the dude who they got to play Shang-Chi, do you know he's a Canadian Chinese actor?
Hold on, I might know him. I know lots of film martial artists. Simu Liu.
Yeah.
Huh. Shang-Chi movie. Oh
the other thing is, it's called Shang-Chi and, of course, the tale of the Legend of the Rings, the 10 Rings. Do you know who we're getting in this movie?
Who?
The real Mandarin. The legitimate Mandarin.
Who is that?
So, you know how in Iron Man 3 we got the Mandarin, but he was an actor?
Yeah.
So we're getting the real version. The real one.
So not like a Ben Kingsley Mandarin.
No, but we're getting a real Mandarin. And they cast him already, too.
Even better.
He's called... Who's his face? Let me find it.
Okay, like, the fact that you're saying this is gonna be like a Jackie Chan martial arts and the Matrix martial arts, it just makes this movie a whole lot better. If you guys have seen the Matrix movies and how incredible they fight there, then that's basically what from what I'm assuming, it's like the Matrix martial arts is what they're bringing into Shang-Chi, and like they fight like crazy in the Matrix.
So the Mandarin's gonna be played by Tony Leung.
Tony Leung.
Yeah. And so we're getting the real Mandarin, like the guy who has those magical rings. Like that Mandarin. Like it's crazy. I'm still in shock. As you can tell.
I think Shang-Chi might be one of the only Marvel movies my dad might actually like.
I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be epic. And it comes out, it's the third Marvel movie we're getting, next.
In phase 3.
It's February 12th, I believe, of 2021. So do you want to talk to some TV right now?
I don't know about TV shows.
What if we talked about TV?
I don't know enough about the TV shows.
It's okay. I'll explain and then you'll kind of add. Trust me, it'll be good. I mean, you know the characters, so it's like... So let's start with What If, though, because I really love this idea of the What If series, and you know it kind of too, right?
Yeah, you told me What If.
So, is it just me, or does What If sound like the greatest idea they've ever had?
What If sounds really original. It sounds like something that's never been done before. That's why it sounds really unique.
And Now, I mean, I know you have this gripe against animation,
Yeah.
but I really think that,
But
like,
the thing
even if
is,
it,
almost nobody has done things like What If, you know? This is like very original stuff.
will you watch it?
Probably.
Even because I know you don't like animation and animated things very much, but will you watch it even if it is animated and it's because it's got the same cast and it's gonna be different?
Like Chris Evans, RDJ, and everybody.
Well, Chris Evans and RDJ aren't confirmed, but I mean they obviously will have to be in it at some point. But like the cast they have is like Sam Jackson, Haley Atwell, Michael Douglas, like all of them. Falcon, Bucky, like everyone's basically in this. So do you think you would try it out to kind of see
I
if you
would.
like it?
I would.
Okay. If you think you're gonna like it, then there's very few people who would say no to this. Because I feel like this is gonna be like the biggest thing from what they show or give us at least.
Because like it's so many of these big characters that Marvel fans know of that like they're coming together again after Endgame.
Yeah, and I mean it's great. I'm just going to the list of the characters. Yeah, Chadwick Boseman, Jeff Goldblum, Taika Waititi, Sean Gunn, Natalie Portman. Like they're all going to be coming back.
It's basically like all the older characters before Endgame.
And even I'm sure they'll have like a second season or something at some point, and they'll probably have people who are newer like Brie Larson and
Who else?
anyone and like Shang-Chi and like
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's going to be amazing. So I'm excited for that. Let's talk about Falcon and Bucky now.
New Captain America.
Yeah, and I have no problem with it. Do you? Are you good with
No.
it?
Yeah.
You're not good with it?
I'm good with it.
Are you good with it? Okay, good. You're not one of those Bucky should be Cap people, right?
What is there a problem with people who say Bucky should be Cap?
Yeah, because they're wrong. Of course, no. Of course, Bucky should be Cap. He's a terrorist. It's like saying, well, we might as well just let Baron Zemo be Cap while we're at it. You know what? Let's let let's let Loki be Cap. That's what you should say. Loki for Cap. That might be a what if. What if Loki became Cap? So yeah. Now we're gonna get Baron Zemo in this show. Okay. You know who Baron Zemo is?
No.
Civil War dude, bad guy. The guy who used the manipulation thing in Civil War.
Like December 6th, the guy who reads the December 16th book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, him.
So do you know how he in the comics and animation and stuff he has his purple costume?
Yeah.
He's getting that in the TV series. They're giving him a purple costume. Isn't that amazing?
Sounds amazing.
And he's gonna probably get a sword too, which is gonna be even better. Because he generally has a sword. And Daniel Brühl is coming back too, so it's gonna be good. We got a new logo as well, which looks amazing. Sam has the shield now. He's gonna have a costume, Cap costume, and it's gonna be completely epic. I'm just all the way for this show. Like, I'm just kind of disappointed Bucky has to be in it, and it can't just be Falcon. Because no one wants Bucky. No one wants Bucky.
Anthony Mackie now has the shield.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a costume.
Plus, if you haven't seen Anthony Mackie's new movie on Netflix, watch it. It's so much fun.
What's it called?
Point Blank.
Oh, I saw that. I was gonna watch it. It's on my list.
It's with Crossbones.
Yeah.
Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo was really good in that.
Now, are you excited for this show? This Falcon show?
I kind of am.
So far, so good then.
Yeah.
So far, you're excited. Okay. Let's say Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. One thing that, like, after Endgame, I've always wanted. After I saw Endgame, I was like, please give us an R-rated Ronin. Like that
Sad.
one scene in Tokyo in Endgame literally looks like it came out of an R-rated movie, and it was so sick.
I know. I when I watched Endgame, I remember things specifically during that scene. I was like, okay, this is gonna make the movie for you.
In that one part looks like it came out of an R-rated movie, and like it was so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So what was it? I was thinking something. Hawkeye, right? So we will be getting Ronin, not R-rated, but we will be getting Ronin.
Yeah. Ronin was good in that game, but like,
But we'll also be getting Kate Bishop's Hawkeye.
yeah.
Which is going to be amazing. And so, yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Hawkeye is the show I'm least excited for, but that's because I'm super excited for everything else.
Why are you least excited for the best character in Endgame?
Because I feel like I don't know. I think I need to see more of what's going to go on in the show, because right now there isn't much to it that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of just like, Hawkeye.
What if they like change it? What if they like change it up and they're just like, "Yo, we're gonna make this R-rated."
They 100% they won't, because it's on Disney Plus, and Disney said our R-rated stuff will be on Hulu, and then our not R-rated stuff will be on Disney Plus, because they bought Hulu. We're getting an R-rated Ghost Rider show, so that's good.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just need to know more about this Hawkeye show, I think, before to excite me for a bit more. Black Widow. Yep. Black Widow, she exists. She's getting a movie.
This is definitely going to take place before Endgame.
No, it takes. I mean, obviously, she kind of dies at Endgame. How she kind of died? She kind of just jumps off a cliff in Endgame. No joke.
Yeah, like Endgame, when that one part happened, when they went to go get the Soul Stone, this is like the same thing that happened in Infinity War, where Thanos had to sacrifice Gamora. Like, I knew as soon as that scene started, I was like, okay, one of them is gonna die.
I had my money on Hawkeye because I knew Black Widow. Well, because I knew Black Widow had a movie coming out, and so I just assumed they'd keep her alive and they'd just kill off Hawkeye.
TV show.
But we didn't know, like, it was kind of like rumored, but I thought it would have just been set a little bit before, and they would have Kate Bishop. I didn't think Black Widow would have, like, much more to it. I thought they would have just killed her off, or killed off Hawkeye. But I was wrong, which is better because, now Black Widow can be dead. But they did tell us that we are going to be getting more people in the Black Widow movie than we can handle, and it's going to be spanning over a long time, and we got a bunch of confirmations. But the thing is, we didn't really get anything much new from the Black Widow movie. We knew everything that we got from San Diego. I think out of everything that was announced, Black Widow was the least surprising, because we already
saw this coming. Like, it was no big surprise.
We knew, like, Florence Pugh was playing Yelena Belova. We knew Black Widow was going to be in the movie. We knew Taskmaster was in the villain. We knew we did learn that David Harbour and Rachel Weisz will be in.
David Harbour?
Yeah, he's going to be the Russian Captain America.
Yes.
And
David Harbour is so awesome.
Rachel Weisz is going to be the Iron Maiden, I believe.
Wait. So David Harbour is going to be in this?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh my god. David Harbour is awesome. His new Hellboy movie, it's getting a lot of hate, but it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch it at some point.
It was good.
I just want my Guillermo del Toro Hellboy movies. Is that a problem? And I want the villain to not be Enchantress. Can we have that? Because I don't think you can tell me with a straight face the Blood Queen wasn't exactly Enchantress.
She was.
Exactly. It's just so hard to... like, I couldn't Enchantress once. I hated it. So can we just not do it again? Is it just so hard?
Yeah.
So what else do we have to say?
What else was there? It was like
Eternals. That's the one.
Oh, Richard Madden should have been James Bond. Is gonna be Icarus.
In the Eternals. Look at that. It's almost like they want you to watch this movie.
Who else is in this? Bud? Bud. That's his character name in Bodyguard. Madden, Jolie.
I can read you the whole list if you want.
Unfortunately, Keanu's not in it.
No. Well, see, the thing is, they're so what was I gonna say? Yeah. So they haven't cast the villain wasn't at the panel, so Keanu could still be the villain in the movie.
Okay, so Keanu is a maybe.
He's a maybe. We know Lauren Ridolph will be in the movie. Brian Tyree Henry.
This movie is gonna be perfect.
Salima Hayek.
No.
Leah McHugh.
Stop.
Don Lee. And then Angelina Jolie. And then the other dude. What's his face? Nanjuri, that dude. I'm trying to remember what he's done. He did that TV show. Hold on.
Richard Madden.
No.
Ugh.
Who's that other dude's name? Hold on, I'll find it.
Ian McShane.
No. Kumail Nanjiani.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, that guy, yeah.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Okay.
So the cast is, like, pretty amazing.
This cast is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Richard Madden, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Brian Tyree Henry, Kumail Nanjiani, possibly Keanu Reeves. Wow, okay. This movie is gonna be...
Are you excited now?
This is the most perfect... Okay, other than the cast of John Wick 3, this is the perfect cast.
So now are you excited?
Yeah.
So Eternals you're excited for? You're excited for What If? You're excited for Falcon? You're excited for... Are you excited for Black Widow? With John Wick style action?
If Scarlett Johansson says it's like John Wick style action, then yes. If it has knives, okay? If it has knives and they say John Wick style action, then yeah.
Jeez.
The knife play in John Wick 3 was unreal.
Yeah. So Shang-Chi you're also excited for? So far,
yes.
Only Doctor Strange and Thor you aren't really excited for, and you don't know much about them anyway, so. Loki. That's next.
Yeah.
So this Loki TV series will follow Loki, but it'll follow the Loki that escaped when they went back in time, and then he stole the Tesseract, and he escaped. So the TV show will follow that version of Loki.
Before Infinity War or after Infinity War?
So, you know how in Endgame, they go back in time to get the Tesseract?
Yeah.
And then you know how they fail, and then Loki gets the Tesseract, and then he teleports away?
Oh, yeah, that part, yeah.
So that Loki, the one who teleports away, they're going to follow him, that Loki.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, basically before Infinity War.
After Avengers, yeah. After Avengers 1, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. I don't know if you're super excited. They have the Rick and Morty people on it, which means something, at least. So are you excited for that one, or are you still on the fence about that one, too?
I'm actually not looking forward to that one, surprised, shockingly enough.
Interesting. That's interesting. WandaVision, that's another one.
Oh God, no.
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 Oh, right, and you're also looking forward to Hawkeye. That's the other one you were looking forward to.
Oh, yeah,
WandaVision.
no, just no.
Why?
I don't know. There's something about this I don't like.
I don't
Vision was... Scarlet Witch was weird in Endgame, and she was weird in Infinity War. Vision was pretty cool in Infinity War, but he was just not
Dead
there
in Endgame.
Yeah, dead in Endgame.
You were like, he was cool in Infinity War, and then he was like, and I was like, you do know he was dead in Endgame, right? So he couldn't really be
Yeah.
anything. I mean, I don't know. See, it's between this and Hawkeye for my least favorite thing that they revealed, because I don't know what to expect. Because for all I know, it could end up being like a huge, amazing show that I was not expecting, and I could be completely blown away. It's possible. Or it could be something I was completely expecting, and I'm completely, like, not at all excited, and I'm just sad that it exists. Which, you know, it's going to be one of the two. I don't know. I'm not fully sold on that.
I'm just remembering now. You showed me a video of this guy who's like a hardcore DC Snyder fan.
Oh yeah, I texted it to you. Yeah.
What a joke!
Okay, yeah, I'm actually going to talk about that video right now, because why not?
Joke! Oh
so, I found this video. It's called "Why No One Likes the MCU," aka the worst thing to happen to movies. And then in the description, it says a quick, non-biased rant, and the channel is called Snyder Fandom. Just think about the irony of that. It's non-biased on a quick non-biased rant on the MCU, aka the worst thing to happen to movies. Marvel Studios should go bankrupt. No bias here, but my channel's called Snyder Fandom.
It's like calling CNN unbiased. What a joke! Who even is that person who made that video?
Snyder Fandom.
No, but like specifically, what's the name of this person?
Oh, trust me. Too scared. They're too scared to put their name. I don't know. It's one of my pastimes is finding videos on hating on the MCU and listening to them just to laugh at people. But yeah, I mean, let's talk a bit about quickly because I have to go soon. Let's talk a bit about that show or that thing. What's it called? Top Gun 2. That's what I was thinking of.
Maverick.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick. So I just rewatched Top Gun again because, you know, like when they released the second trailer, or the trailer for the second one, and I forgot how amazing it was. I mean, I didn't. I knew how amazing it was. But it's amazing, okay? Can we just all state the fact that Top Gun is an amazing movie? Okay, are you excited for this new one?
Of course.
How excited are you?
I'd say about a bit less than John Wick Chapter 3 excited.
Okay.
Like, John Wick Chapter 3 and Top Gun is just a little bit below.
Because I love the first one. The first one has always kind of been, like, one of those movies that is just so fun.
It's a classic.
Yeah. Now, Tom Cruise, of course, amazing.
God.
I always just kind of think about the fact that Tom Cruise kind of like, you know, like, I don't know. See, like, especially the way the first one ends off, it makes sense for them to do a sequel. But I don't know. I'm still not sold on the idea of a sequel.
This sequel sounds awesome. It's like Maverick after the events of the first Top Gun, like...
Well, it's like a bunch of years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm excited, and I'm not going to not be excited for this, but I don't know if it's needed. To be fair, I don't... Like, especially because I thought they'd pick it up right after the first one, but they're picking it up, like, I think 40 years or something after the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of weird, and it's like... like, it makes sense, you know, if it's, like, picking up right after, and it's, like, him teaching, like you said it was, but now it's him teaching, but it's, like, 40 years after, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm excited. I can't wait to see kind of, like, what it does, what they do with that. I just really need, desperately, to see this movie. It comes out next year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool. So yeah, San Diego Comic-Con was like super awesome, just to, like, you know, and we're gonna get more Marvel stuff. Apparently, I've been hearing things about how, although people thought this was crazy, D23 apparently is gonna be even crazier, and that's in August.
When's in August?
And apparently Marvel's gonna be announcing a ton more of other things, which are gonna be crazy.
Dark Avengers.
Young Avenger, Dark Avenger, maybe, I don't know.
Just watch them announce Dark Avengers.
And also, something else which might interest you, personally, one of the what ifs may end up being, what if Thanos won twice? So, you may actually get what you want.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, that's San Diego Comic-Con, and I've got to go, so we're gonna have to kind of end it here for now. But you can, of course, follow us on social media. Me on Instagram and Twitter. Him on Twitter. Right? It's all in the description or down below, whatever. And then, of course, you can, I guess you catch us next time. If I had more time, I would have done this. We would have done our Spider-Man review, but we don't have time right now, so yeah.
Maybe another time, hopefully.
Yeah. Maybe even if you have time later tonight, we can record it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, I guess, for today. So yeah, see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Bye.